So I'm sure you all know what they say about castles. If you love them, you should set them on fire! Welcome back, everybody, to Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance, a playthrough inspired by Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, a Kickstarter that's Oh! Plot just right off the bat, how about that? I'm actually kind of curious about this, because I had seen the opening cutscenes. Maxim's been wandering around so long he doesn't even recognize us at first glance. To be fair, not many people are born with white hair, so I don't know how he could make any discrimination. Oh, it seems he's been in this castle before, which means there might be some kind of deeper narrative. Now, in the opening story, it did say that he had lost his memory. He came back to Juste with a... I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that name wrong. It just seems to be how it's pronounced to me, but that we're hinting at the fact that he might have been in this castle before. So, it's quite possible he might have something to do with how Liddy, I forgot her name for a second, was kidnapped, or maybe he failed to protect her, or maybe he's got something... Unintentionally, he has something to do with all of it. We are the Belmont here, so we're the only ones who are immune to the power of evil's influence, so... In every horror game, of course, let's split up. We'll cover more ground and make both of our asses easier to murder by monsters. Then again, he does have a sword on his back that's half the size of he is, so maybe he'll be better off than we think he is. No, don't give me that. No holy water. Not over my ability to... Uh-oh. This is right before a boss, too. No wonder they gave me that save point. And again, I'm going into all of these fights totally blind, so... Oh, it's basically a giant armor. Or a living armor in this case. I've also got to be careful with that. Because number one, it cost me magic, and a whole lot of magic from the looks of it. See, I panicked there with my... Uh-oh. He's not giving me room to move, dude. That's rude. How about some more fire in your face? Bet you don't like that. Then again, not many people like having their ankles set on fire. No, I certainly don't. Oh, this guy... This is a very claustrophobic fight. I'm going to say that much. He does not give you a whole lot of room to maneuver in. A lot of other bosses are a lot more courteous than that. Definitely adds an element of, I don't want to say tension to this fight, but it definitely makes it feel a little more threatening than they usually are. Also, if I catch him while he's moving backwards, I do one extra hit. I think it's per flame. Like, every single fire will only hit once, but it's a matter of finding an enemy that'll get trapped within each one of those hitboxes at one time. I see. I'm starting to figure out how this works. Also, this guy has taken a lot of hits. Then again, he is a giant suit of, I guess iron would be appropriate for this era? Steel, maybe? They did say what year this took place in, so maybe I'll do a little historical research and see what this guy is likely constructed out of. Then again, we are working in a fictional setting, Dracula's castle and whatnot, so who knows? Maybe he's made of magic. It's magic. That's my favorite line from Animaniacs back in the day. And here's that item we saw way back in the beginning. All that buildup, all of that hype. What could this thing possibly be that was worth spoiling that early? This is a lizard tail. Hold on, what does that actually do? Please tell me. Okay, we don't equip it. But is it a relic of some sort? Oh, this is what lets us slide. Okay. And I do believe I saw a place back there where you could actually use this, too. Wow, that's a quick slide, too. A very nifty maneuver. And if the other games are anything to go by, this move will also not get rid of our Bible, hopefully. I'm so bummed out I lost that cross, too. I know I could technically just... nah. It's not save in the middle of an episode. That's just asking for problems to crop up. Then again, I'm also running this on an emulator, like I said, so I could just, there we go! Whoa! Alright. Bring in the wall turret. You know what this is comparable to? This is reminding me quite a bit of, if anybody out there has played Perfect Dark, the laptop gun that you could just latch onto any particular wall and catch somebody as they were coming around a corner. I never played GoldenEye or Perfect Dark a lot when I was young. I've already gone this way. There's really no point. Go, Juste! You can do it! Outrun the fireball! Oh, holy crap. If I had enough room, I could actually do it, too. And I could slam myself face first into a lizard. Awesome. Alright, it's gonna be quite a while before we get to any place that we're planning on going. Yeah, I'll cut it out. I'll see you guys there. Alright, here's a door we haven't been to yet. I don't wonder what's waiting for us down here. More equipment, just randomly hiding around in the background. Alright, Silk Cloak. Is that better than anything we've got right now? Survey says yes, because I never even equipped the leather gloves I found. That probably would have made some of these encounters easier. Alright, and these two are practically equivalent, so no problem on that front. It's just a matter of taste. Whatever you want to wear, man. Believe in the fashionista that believes in you. Who knows, maybe the devil really does wear Prada. Can I just say, I would be eternally grateful to Koji Igarashi if in Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, he actually just put a Prada something anywhere, just to see if somebody got the joke. Or he explained that the main villain's outfit is made out of Prada or something. Because if you haven't heard the story... More floor chicken? Sorry, that interrupts everything. If you haven't heard the story of Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, it's got a bit of a unique twist to it. It's not about an ancient family that has to go fight some ancient evil. It's actually about a curse. It's about... it is locked. Good to know. Okay, I'll tell you about the plot when I find a door we can go through. How's that? Actually, how about I explain it on the way there? Give a bit of an in-flight movie, if you will. And I do realize that by the time this episode goes up, the Kickstarter will probably be long past over, but that's the thing. If you really believe in a game, it's not just about raising that initial support. It's about helping to keep the project fresh in people's minds. After all, what's the point of raising $5.5 million if no one actually buys the game when it comes out, right? At a young age, Miriam was adopted by a man named Jibil. Jibil belonged to the Alchemist Guild, who believed that they could strengthen their powers and raise alchemy to be a world-renowned art by summoning demons. To this end, they infected Jibil with a curse that caused magic crystals to spread all over his body in a stained glass pattern, which radiated a power that called the beast to our realm. Enraged by this, he cast aside his humanity, destroyed the guild, and summoned the castle where the game takes place to remove himself and his evil power from the world at large. But he didn't go alone. He also took Miriam with him, gave her a portion of his crystals, and put her into a deep sleep for 10 years while the curse matured within her. Now awake in a place she doesn't recognize and surrounded by demons, Miriam must master her newfound powers, both to stay alive and end the source of the curse. But she must work quickly, because the crystal spreads more by the minute, and it won't be long until it consumes her and her sanity, just like it did to Jibil. Oh yeah, and Robbie Belgrade is in there somewhere. So that's cool. So you know what's a wonderful thing, guys? Hindsight. In my rush to check out the rest of the castle, I totally forgot that ever since episode 2, I've known that this boss was right here. How much do we want to bet that beating this thing will actually unlock some of those doors? Bet you dollars to donuts that's exactly what's gonna happen. And it's a giant swarm of bats! Then again, is this a reference to the original Castlevania? This whole boss here? How much damage does this guy actually take? Is a certain... Actually, what governs that, I wonder? Is it a certain amount of damage he takes, or a certain number of hits? I guess hits. Because I saw Josh Jepson fight this particular boss too, so... And he was doing less damage than I was, and he was still fluttering away into bats, or maybe I'm just not doing enough damage to change his mind on that subject. Yeah, because this thing is shooting at him, and it's doing way even less damage, and 3 hits is enough. So I guess this awesome... What would normally be an awesome power-up isn't that useful against this guy. It always sucks when you get to a moment in a game where it feels like... I guess it is a sub-weapon in a lot of ways, so it wouldn't be more powerful than your main whip. That just makes logical sense from a gameplay standpoint. Your side weapon would always be weaker than your main weapon. It's why you carry a pistol and a larger rifle if you're a soldier. You just need something for backup, but I don't know. I'm not making any sense whatsoever. Then again, when do I ever? Okay. So that's one orb. Now, is my theory correct? If I run my ass back over this way, being very careful not to get slammed in the face with a sword, will I find an unlocked door now? Because I did go back to this area over here, and McSword Face Guy did not return. So, nope, still locked. Awesome! Yay, more pointless wandering! This is starting to make me nervous. I'm taking a whole lot of hits, and I still don't know where the shop is. Knowing me, it was probably right under my nose this whole time, and I could have been bought a million potions by now to alleviate some of that tension, but if this game's goal was to have some of that little scare factor of, hey, you better be careful with what you do because otherwise you won't be able to heal yourself later, yeah, I'm definitely feeling it right now. Okay, I do have a path up here, though. Which, wait a minute, what did I just get? The Bible? No, not over my cross. Oh, and it's perfect for my slide, too. Nice. So we got a fire book, so we can add new elements. Yes! And we got some summer clothes. Yay! Good to know, because it is freaking boiling in this room right now. Yeah, a little advice for anybody who's planning on actually going to Arizona. Don't. Everyone will tell you the exact same thing. It's a dry heat. My ass is on fire. It's a dry heat. You'll be fine. Okay, so how does this work with the fire book? Let's see what the cross does now. That's... Oh, it's like a stationary projectile. Just... wait a minute. So I summon that out there. Let me actually try that against an enemy of some description. Build up my hearts. No, not you. One weapon at a time, thanks. I need to figure out how this works before I commit myself to anything else mentally. Okay, so just throwing this thing out there. I said, just throwing this thing out there if my magic would build up to a point where I could use it again. Screw it. Let's make some actual progress while we wait on that. There seems to be only one path available to me now. It's all the way down there. Awesome. You know what? This episode's gone on for a while. At least it feels like it has. So I'm going to call it there for now. When we come back, next time on Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance, we will check out what that lower path leads to. Don't worry, I will meet you there. No, we've done a lot of cutting in this episode already. But until then, I am Whatthefnu. Please back Bloodstained Ritual of the Night on Kickstarter if you can, and I will see you again next time. Later, everybody!
As you can see, this is a good video. It would be best for this world if you watch it. But you probably won't listen to me anyway, will you?